Hi everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to be going over how to enter your 6-day calendar into your Google Calendar. So I'm referring to your schedule matrix from PowerSchool, how you can see that in your Google Calendar along with the meetings that you have. So first of all, you will need your calendar open. So on your calendar, I like to open the community page. Our community calendar is toggled on. This is what gives me the view of the day 1, 2, 3, 4, through 6. As well as yours. So my calendar's up here. However, I'm not going to want to mess with mine, so I have a different calendar selected. But you will want to insert this into your calendar so people can make meetings with you. The other tab you want to have open is your schedule from PowerSchool. I'm using Tessa's here. Thank you, Tessa. And then you'll need to open My ASB. So I'm simply going to navigate to My ASB here in the right-hand side. On the very bottom, we have our great tool made by Fidel that is called our 6-day calendar creator. So as long as I click on that, it's going to open up the program that has been made in order to do repeated events. Now, there's a couple things I want to warn you on this is made to work for the Google Calendar. It's not made by Google. And when these events are added, they are not synchronous in the terms of they're not connected like they are in Google Calendar. If you delete one event that's recurring, it deletes all of them. Each event that's added is separate, and that is just how the coding works. So it is important before you start that your schedule is finalized and that you do this with great care. Now, another tip is that if you click submit several times, it is actually going to add that calendar invite or that calendar event several times to your calendar. All right, so do be ready that be sure that your schedule's all ready and that you're ready to go here. So let's start. I have the schedule, and the way we enter is by days. So you're going to enter your day 1 classes, your day 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. So I'm going to go ahead into this tab, and I'm just going to move it right over here for myself. And the first one will default to your name. You don't have to change that. I'm changing that because I don't want it to go on my real calendar because this is just a fake event. So the first thing it says, what school days does this event happen? Now, some of you may have something that happens at the same time, day 1, 3, and 4. All right. I don't have an example of this, but let's say that Tessa had humanities period 1 and then period 3. That's a good example for our elementary folks that maybe they have an event happening twice in one day. You could do it that way. So let's just look at day 1. I have here a humanities class during period 1. All right, that happens just day 1. If there were more period 1s, it also happens day 6. So I can do day 1 and day 6 together. So day 1 and day 6, starting on the first day of school, which is September 1st. And that is going to go until the end of the first semester. And the end of the first semester actually is on February 3rd. So I'm going to go all the way till February 3rd, which is a day 6. That's the end of the rotation. And then the 4th is the day 1. So I'm just going to write February 3rd here. So that was my first semester classes. And this is a period 1 class. So it automatically is adding those times in for me. Again, if you're ECC or if you're elementary, you might want to adjust those times manually. Down here, it says if you want to add a reminder, you don't need to, but you can add a reminder. I usually like a 5-minute reminder, just a notification that comes across my screen here. You don't need to add any guests or have any notification for the guests. However, if this is a subject area team meeting, you may want to do that. So here, if I was doing this for TL, I might include all my TL members. If I was doing this for my team, I might add all my tech and art people. Otherwise, you can leave that empty. You don't need to add your students into this. Then event summary will just be the name of the class. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to see this is Humanities 7. And if you call your class like 7A or 7B, you might also want to add that. So I'm going to say Humanities 7A. And you do have to fill out both of these fields. They can be copied. Once I press submit once, it is going to make this an event on my calendar, both days 1 and day 6. Don't click submit again. Don't refresh right here. I know that it's working. And if I go, I can see that this is coming up there, Humanities 7A. Let's do one more here together. I like to make sure that that goes all the way through, kind of checking it. Much easier than the form mule we were using before. Let's go back here, and I'm going to do the next one, which is, this is a really easy one for me to do. Period 3, I have humanities on day 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I go back. This does not mean it did not work. I already saw that it worked. So let me just hit the back button. It's going to take me back to the screen, which is perfect. And now I'm just going to change this to day 3, 4, 5, and 6. My dates are still there, or I could re-add them, September 1st until February 3rd. And then this is actually happening period 3. So I'm going to select period 3 for it to go now. This stayed the same. I'm not going to add guests, but I'm going to change this to, say, now this is 6A. I click submit, and I immediately go into my calendar to make sure that this is working. So let's go see if that came on. Yep. Humanities happening on day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 6 at that period 3 time. So this is how you will add your schedule into your Google Calendar. Again, when I delete this event, it deletes that one event, although it's recurring. All right, that's important to know. This is not Google's same tool. The coding doesn't work that same way. So if you do make a mistake, you'll have to go in and delete those one by one. When I do that, which I do often, I just go into the month view and I delete by month. And then also, it seems that every time it uploads, it says bad gateway, which is fine. It's still uploaded. I just go back, don't submit this again, change the information then to the next class that you want to add into there. All right, once your schedule is complete, awesome. Your division leader, your teammates, and everyone around school really appreciate being able to see your calendar. And you'll also be very organized. So if you have any questions about this, please reach out and let me know. And again, a big thank you to Fidel for coding this from scratch for us. It is much easier than adding it into that spreadsheet and uploading it like we had to before. All right, thank you and be well.